how small businesses are being treated by the governments, like state government and federal government.
Right.
Like it's almost like they want small businesses to suffer and to shut down and to fail.
That's what it feels like. Have to do a couple because I might screw up the intro right out of the bat.
For sure.
All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? This is your everyday consumer, Mikey G, and welcome to a Black-owned podcast, also known as the BopCast. And I'm here with one of my good friends. I've known him for a long time. He's an entrepreneur himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My man, Kent Black.
Yeah, what's going on, people? What's good? I'm Kent Black, serial entrepreneur, music producer, vegan chef, and, we out here. Curator of Phreespace Collective. Yeah, we're blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you.
You've been staying busy, man. Oh, dang. See, I already don't. I'm already hitting the mic and stuff.
Yeah,
you've been staying busy, man.
For sure. Yeah, staying blessed too. Just like keeping my head on straight, keeping myself grounded and expansive.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I see on YouTube you working on a vegan food truck.
Yeah,
dude. I catch those videos. I'll be watching. I'll be like, I get jealous.
Yeah,
I'm not good with cars like that.
True.
It's like, so I'll be watching, be like, yeah, I'm just gonna change this filter. You make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's not though. I think I make it look. It looks easy in the edit, but like during most of the time, what's not on camera is like me be like, oh god, and I'm like, I'm gonna just edit this part out. So it's all like the glamour shots, but yeah, like so much is going into that venture, like learning carpentry and electrical diagrams and like becoming an electrician, becoming a carpenter, like to fulfill that role so I don't have to outsource a professional.
To bring people in and work on it, that's one thing is it's hard when you're working on a business and it's just you. Like me doing this thing, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the sound, all that, everything. Yeah. So I wish I would love to be able to just hand it off to someone, but at the same time, it's good to have that kind of power and control. There's no one else to blame if anything goes wrong,
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to argue with anyone about like, this is how I want it. Well, this is how it should be done. Like, nah, you don't have to deal with that. It's just you.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. And sometimes, it's bittersweet for sure. Like it's a double-edged sword because I'm very familiar with working with myself and keeping like all of my approach self-contained, and so sometimes I don't work very well with others, and that's the truth. Yeah. But I do. It's just like, finding the right person who is able to honor and respect the balance that is necessary for the collaboration. And I have worked well with others, and people can come in and we can collaborate and be expansive and celebrate each other and respect each other, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, just opening myself to those kinds of exchanges. Okay. And allowing the reciprocity to be present there.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So Phreespace, tell me a little bit about that. How did that even get started? What is it?
So Phreespace, also known as the Phreespace Spirits Collective, or the Free Spirits Collective, is a spiritual space. It is a space for Black brands, whether you are a music producer, a musician, a performing artist, or a business owner. It's a place for us to be celebrated and to celebrate each other. It functions as like a concert series and open mic. And also, I call it a melanated market, which is a market space for Black brands and businesses to come and showcase their products, their works. And so they function simultaneously. Like we have an open mic for poets and, spoken word artists, performers, musicians to come. We also feature 4 artists at each celebration. And it originally started as a means for me to bring my own ventures to life. Like I'm a musician. I've been a professional musician for about 5-6 years now, and was just like so dreary of this process of like going and inquiring for gigs, which I mean is a blessing. Like if you're getting booked, get booked. But like I hated applying to a gig and then the producer of the event going, it costs $50 to perform. I'm like, what do you mean it costs $50 to perform? I charge $100 to perform and you're gonna tax me? Like I'm so open to like really like in full transparency, like I'm receptive to not being paid for a gig. I understand like not to apply to a performance gig and them not being able to pay. That's a thing. But not to tax the artists. Like if you're booking artists and that is the primary premise of your event function is having performing arts, like you're taxing the wrong people. Like the admission should cost a certain amount. Like you're practicing business wrong. if you're taxing the artist, period. Like that is the truth. Like that's a dishonorable practice. Stop doing it. And so I just was like so tiresome of becoming exposed to that.
If you're booking artists, that means you're looking. It's like, you know, if you're out looking for an artist to book, then you kind of have to pay them. So
present them something. It's like going to a job interview. And they're like, to submit an application, it costs $50. It's like, what? What? Oh my God.
Doesn't make sense.
Oh my goodness. Doesn't make any sense. And so I just stopped doing business with people that would do that.
Yeah.
And also I have a vegan food catering business. And I was like, I need a place that I can go and pop up. Like, I understand that a vendor's contribution or a vendor's fee is expected, and I fully expect that, but I wanted to be in control of providing that space for myself, providing that opportunity for myself. So back to this like self-contained approach to like life,
right?
I was like, I'm going to take charge of this and of myself and my ventures, and I'm going to provide this space. Like out of necessity for me. I think that's how a lot of businesses start. It's just like, I need this need met, and am needing to not rely on others to get me there. Yeah. And so I started Phreespace, and with the help of many persons, like through the community, it's been turning into a year now of this venture. Okay. But it's been a blessing, and I have a goal personally I set this year, which is our second year of Phreespace, to work and build with 100 Black businesses and brands.
That is a big goal right there.
Yeah,
that's awesome though. I love to see when Black businesses collaborate. Yeah, you know, and it just builds something. It makes me feel like we can. Like a lot of people, one problem that we have in our community is that a lot of us do feel like we can't work together. Yeah, that we just can't build together, and that's not true.
Yeah, we can. And we're not competing with each other either.
Like, we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to. I was looking at what PHILLIPASHLEYCHOCOLATES when I was doing my Valentine's Day episode, and they have a little part in there where they say you could buy like 24 or 48 chocolates, and you can also get a bottle of Uncle Nearest, which is also a Black-owned company. Yeah, and I was like, that's a great combination right there. For sure. You know, it's like, and I thought I was like, why don't more of us do that? You know, we all talk about how it's harder for a Black-owned business. Black-owned businesses can collaborate, work together, sell each other's wares, buy each other's wares and services, and make something happen. Yeah. You know?
For sure.
Yeah, that's like one of my biggest goals I would like to see one day if this channel ever blows up.
When it blows up.
When it blows up.
Yeah,
yes. This is nice. I like this.
Yeah. For sure.
I want to have a big event at a convention or something like that. Like I'll call it the Bo Gala or something.
Yeah, where like an expo.
An expo, yeah. I have a bunch of Black-owned businesses come in, right? And they have a display of their products, samples, and all that stuff. And then I'll be able to have investors come in. Yeah. And they just right there on the spot, they can decide on the deal. You know, just like, hey, I like your stuff. You know, I want 20%. I'll give you this much. You know, like I like that. So this is a random question I always ask. I'm gonna ask. Say I was starting a black business bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see put in there?
As far as like what kinds of clauses, like
clauses, tax breaks, whatever. Like, what would you love to see in there that you think would help black businesses to be able to thrive and survive, especially during this like COVID era?
Yeah, I think tax breaks for sure. Like tax breaks. Like I know as a business owner, like I own an LLC and I operate like exclusively out of my business accounts because there are more tax breaks available.
Right.
Like for those who don't know, it's actually pretty profitable to have a business that is not profiting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a thing.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into meat and potatoes. So a while ago, I did a food review of, what was it? What was
Some restaurant in...
It was a restaurant in Alexandria.
Yeah.
It was Magnolia's on King Street. That's what it was.
Magnolia's,
so,
yep.
Magnolia's on King, which good food, by the way. I'll check out the review. Should pop up somewhere. Check out the description box. There's a link in there.
For sure.
But and I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
what did you eat there when you went?
I had the shrimp and grits. See, I can remember that, no problem. I know what I eat.
Yeah.
I had the shrimp and grits, and also their smoky bacon carbonara, which is actually a vegan dish. There's no real bacon in it. For anyone yells at me, and it was also that was good, and the crispy, it was like crispy fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
So they have some, I would say more like New Orleans type food down there. You know what I mean? That Cajun food, which I love, by the way. That's a whole different beast. You ever been down to New Orleans?
I haven't been. Yeah.
Ooh, you gotta check it out, man.
All right.
I had po' boys one time. Like them. You gotta try it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Maybe they'll have a vegan rendition of some stuff down there for me.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's probably not. It's a lot of seafood. I don't know.
Yeah. They might have something down there for your boy.
Like, you want healthy food? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't need to be healthy, just
Oh, you ever been to E-Life up in Maryland?
I don't know. Maybe I have. Is that in
It's like a soul food vegan restaurant up there.
Yeah, I think they also have one in Anacostia.
Yes, I heard about something close. Yeah?
Yeah, I've been to the one, not in Maryland, but I've been to the one in Anacostia.
I heard one of them had to shut down because of COVID.
Oh, yeah. Maybe the Anacostia one.
Before we even get into the meat and potatoes, forget I said that.
Yeah.
How has COVID impacted you with your businesses you're trying to work on and whatnot?
Wow, yeah. I think as a business owner, it's very interesting because, like, of course, as a business owner who works, like, predominantly with other business owners, like, I have friends who, work 9 to 5s, and, like, there's just so much, like, dissonance between, like, entrepreneurs and 9 to 5ers. Like, I just... like my friends even who are like in my friend group, they're just so unaffected.
Yeah.
Like so unaffected. They're like, oh, like how's business? I'm like, is this a patronizing question? Like, what do you mean how's business? Like don't you watch, like I don't watch the news or anything, but I'm like, what's going on. Like you don't share any of my ads or like comment on anything that I'm doing. Like you don't.
I feel bad now.
Patronize. Like you don't come to my events. Like what do you mean how's business? Like what do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how business isn't going. Like what is your point behind asking this question? Like I get really upset about it. And
I feel terrible. I feel bad for asking now.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good, man. Like we're here supporting your business. Like that's the whole thing. Like we're showing up for each other. But yeah, it's like I think everyone who is a business is affected. Like COVID was definitely introduced in a way that directly affects small businesses. Like, just the logic behind how small businesses are being treated by the governments, like state government and federal government.
Right.
Like it's almost like they want small businesses to suffer and to shut down and to fail.
That's what it feels like. It really feels that way. Which is now it's very important, more important than ever for us to be supporting Black-owned businesses.
Yeah, I'm like, how can Target and Walmart have an unlimited capacity as a corporation. See, it's different when you're a corporation and when you're a business, because there's no social distancing implemented in Walmart.
No.
I mean, maybe at the beginning of COVID, they would have let maybe like so many people in the store.
Right.
And then that just stopped because they weren't making enough money. And they're like, people are leaving, like, we need to be making our corporate money.
Right. And
now there's none of that, but it's still the same practices in place for businesses like restaurants and everything. So it's just a suppression tool to, like, suffocate small business.
I was heated one time because I went on a date up to a Black-owned restaurant up in D.C., right? And great food and all that. I'm not mad at them because I understand they're just doing their best that they can. They're trying to survive out here. But I made a reservation and all that. I get it. Like, I figured we're going to be allowed to sit inside because you have to set a reservation. Yeah. I'll be sitting clear across the room, and couple might be all the way down. Yeah. But wasn't the case. I reserved. I get there. They're like, yeah, we got to go to the outside in the back where we got set up, and you're going to eat there. I wouldn't mind, but that night it was cold, it was dark, it was raining, and it was like I said, they did their best because they set a little fire pit next to us, and we could try to stay warm while we're eating. But I tell you what, we ate there. It wasn't working. No, it was not. It was not. It was nice. It was, I guess, romantic in the freezing cold, but yeah. But when I do the food review for them, I'm definitely gonna go back another time so once this whole thing's over with. Yeah. I think DC just lifted the indoor dining laws they had or rules they have, so they should be loosening up a little bit. Okay. I do think that this whole COVID thing it's a lot of overreaction. Yeah. To it, like from what I'm hearing, it is 99% survivable. To me, that sounds like the odds are worse harder. It's harder for you to die if you were in a car crash type thing, So it's like, but we don't ban cars. We don't put a limit on how many people could be on the road.
Cigarettes and alcohol and stuff.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
So,
which is still killing more people than COVID. COVID is just like an advanced synthetic flu. Yeah. That's all it is. Like, people die every year from the flu because their immune system is trash. Yeah. And especially at the end of COVID, like, people's immune systems are gonna, whenever COVID ends, people's immune systems are gonna be trash. Because ain't nobody been exposed to nothing. Everyone's been in their house breathing recirculated air.
That's true.
Going to the store with their mask on, like social distancing. We're gonna interact with each other, and everybody's gonna be sick. So I think it's gonna be interesting.
It is.
Yeah. To answer your question, like, I think like the adaptability for businesses has put a lot into perspective. Like how your business sometimes doesn't need to be a brick and mortar situation to be a business. Like, we have gone into more of like a backpacking style of business. A lot of people have like issued LLCs this year and last year, 2020. And just adaptability, maneuverability, and bringing people together and navigating throughout like these like restrictive times. Like, I feel spiritually like this is a renaissance period. Yeah. And there is no time in history where there has been a renaissance without some kind of like grand detriment to societal structure.
That is true.
And health and wealth and wellness and everything.
It's true. What they say is there is no growing without adversity. Yeah. It's got to be some kind of pushback, You're not going to become Iron Man until you fight Thanos. Like, you're not going to become better. And for sure. I think a lot of people find that, you know what? There's a guy who in Occoquan owns his own tea shop, right? And I think he's happier with the idea that he shut down the brick and mortar and he's just selling online. Yeah. And he'll make a delivery. Like, he'll just like, oh, you put in your order. If you're close, he'll deliver it directly to you. He came by my house and dropped off like 2 bags of tea for me. Nice. Like, oh, this dude's cool. It was like, all right, that's what I like to see. I don't want to see us shut down. There's a lot of businesses have gotten creative. I've seen these little tents outside of restaurants where people are able to eat on outside on the sidewalk. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really
cool. Yeah, we're adapting, and like, I think just like we're so lost in this like facade of like professionalism and like what success needs to look like instead of what it feels like, and just redefining ourselves and our practices. And I think we're moving into a much more like healthier and self-contained and sustainable approach for those who are swimming. And it's necessary. Like, I think this is absolutely necessary, and we need to reassess our practices and our state of being mentally, physically, spiritually, and to reclaim like ourself and our reliances.
All right. Yeah. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna go turn off the air conditioner.
Yeah.
That thing cut on. I was like, shit, I forgot that. And we're back. Oh, gotta put this on right. This time with all the lights on, less noise, no air conditioning unit. Be gentle with me, people.
It'll come out good in the edit.
Oh, of course. You won't even be able to tell the difference.
That's what I always say. I'm like, it'll come out in the edit.
I couldn't do this show live.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it live. There's just too much stuff going on. I have to have I'm gonna start having a checklist. Yeah. That's what I need to do.
You could stream it live and then release it in an edit. You know what I'm saying?
Does YouTube allow that?
Yeah, you can do YouTube live.
You can replace the video. I mean, I know you can do it live, but as far as replacing the video with an edited version later,
it's both. Like, you have live in the caption so people can watch it with all the kinks and stuff. Some people like that, like just that organic feel.
Yeah.
And then you have like the boom, professionally edited like release.
This is true. This is very true.
Content is quantity, but also quality.
Yeah.
And you can have it all. So
yeah, and I'm working on quality. I've never been a quantity type of person. I rather I want it to be the best it can be right off the top, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I just feel like that's just me. Some people more like quantity. I don't think either one is wrong.
Yeah.
It's just some kind of person you are, you know what I mean? Like, which one is it? Because I've seen people, you've seen them on YouTube that have like 1 million subscribers, and all they do is just got a phone.
Yeah.
Like, no mic, just a phone.
Their phone, yeah. Recording it vertically, like,
1 million subscribers. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I get upset. I'll be like, shit.
I'm like, you're just doing this?
I'm doing all lights.
You have 14 videos of doing the same dance?
Oh my goodness.
1,400 videos of doing the same dance?
Man. So sometimes I'll be thinking, I'm like, maybe I'm going the wrong way. Maybe I should just, I don't know, talk about ain't shit. I don't know. Girls and boys and guys, you know, like
that could be an episode.
That could be an episode. I could do that.
Yeah.
I want, like we said earlier, no one talks about like Black-owned businesses and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and which was my idea. Like my idea was to like, hey, I'm just going to do reviews. You know, that way help people find these Black-owned businesses and products that are out there.
Yeah.
A lot of it I didn't know. Like I just didn't know. I didn't know that there was a Black-owned cell phone company.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, there's 2 of them out there. There's Figures Wireless. And they got their own service and everything as well. And
like they produce the mobile device?
They got their own phone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a review on that later. And what else is there? There's also Inspire. It's spelt weird. Inspire. It's not. It doesn't have an I in it. It's Inspire with no eyes, pretty much. And that's but I like their phone. That's the one I have right now.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me show you.
Was it like ENSPYRE?
NSPRE. Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
It's a good phone, man.
It uses like a Android OS?
It's an Android OS, yes. I don't think Apple's trying to get in bed with any Black-owned businesses yet, so.
For sure.
Maybe one day.
Nice.
But it's a good phone. I've already dropped it a couple times. Yeah, it's cracked, but.
Yes, very nice.
Indubitably.
That's cool, man. That's super cool.
So what else? There's a like TV, Black-owned television. That's from Figures though, so it's not like a totally different business or nothing. But yeah. All right, so yeah, back to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, the meat and potatoes.
I did the review of Magnolias on King Street, and and I posted it. I ain't gonna lie. You went on there and you commented that you asked if it was really a black-owned business. You say, is this really a black-owned business? I ain't gonna lie. That hurt me a little bit. I was like, I did my research. I had to double check because of you. I had
Even
to
after
double
you
check.
did the research?
Yeah, I was like, I know I did the research right. Yeah, same black guy. Is he really black? Maybe he's Indian. I don't know. Like, you know, but
that black guy.
He's like, yeah, he tricked me. But no, and it really was. And so I was like, why would he say that? What's he? Yeah, it's black owned. But so, you know, we went back and forth, commenting down below and all that, talking and everything. So, go ahead, tell them why you feel like it wasn't a black-owned business.
Yeah, so you know, I follow your podcast, and I was like watching your review about this restaurant. So of course I'm like, oh, I didn't know they existed. Like, I know just based on the information you provided about their location, I was like, that's a very yuppie, like predominantly white, like rich, like yuppie Mercedes and Jaguars and shit area. And I was like, all right, well, let me go check them out. So I go and I look. They have 2 Instagram pages.
Yeah.
So I looked on the first Instagram page and didn't see a single black person on the page at all. Like not even one in the back of a shot, not one behind the counter, not a janitor or a custodial staff, like nothing, not a single, not even like a person of color on the entire page. And I was like, oh, that's a little weird. And so then I looked on their other Instagram page. Same thing. Not a person of color, not a black person. Nothing about them being black owned. Nothing about...
No Black Lives Matter hashtag.
I don't need the Black Lives Matter. Just, I didn't even see a black person represented.
Right.
I was like, this is... First of all, I know because I've owned multiple businesses. Like, content is intentional. No one's just putting out, oops, I accidentally posted this photo. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's intentional. They had a full page of marketing, professional photography, professional marketing, professional representation, intentional, across multiple platforms that did not represent a single black person or person of color. The only people who were represented were white people.
Well, does that necessarily mean it's not black owned though?
Nah, it doesn't mean they're not black owned.
Okay,
but they're not encouraging.
They're not encouraging
black patronage or even representing the kind of audience that they would like to
see.
Well, they are
come in.
They are, you know.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what they want to do.
I kind of
respect.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that kind of marketing. Kind of, because when we want our businesses to actually support us and all that and give back to the community, it doesn't matter where the money's coming from, right?
Yeah, it matters where it's going.
Yeah, it matters where it's going. Yeah. So we're going to need still, a lot of white people feeling comfortable or whatever showing up at a black-owned business because they're going to spend their money. We get it. They help out the community. They make a profit off their business. And we all win in the end. But I mean, I do see your point as far as like, it's in the yuppie area. I do like it I like the fact that we have a black-owned business in the yuppie area. Because I ain't gonna lie, Alexandria is I ain't gonna lie, it's very yuppie. But
it is. It's beautiful down there.
It's beautiful, man.
For sure.
But I like that because it shows us that we don't have to have our businesses only in the ghettos and the hoods.
For sure.
Always getting shot at and all that stuff. So I mean, I do like the placement of it. But I see where you're going with it. It's like there's no black people here and there.
There's no black people even represented. Like, when people stumble upon their social media site and they see, like, oh, this is a nice restaurant, which is perfect. Like, I want, as a business, I would want people to see my restaurant and just be like, this is a beautiful restaurant. I want to go check it out.
Yeah.
But also, what happens in your subconscious is, I didn't see any black people. Thank God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
and
man.
I think that's intentional.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very intentional and like respect if that is, but I take notice of it as well, like especially because I have a business that caters exclusively to persons of color, but primarily Black people, and I want them represented so they know they have a place to go to where we are represented. White people come to Phreespace.
Yeah.
They come to my concerts. They come and patronize the Black businesses and like show up. And, you know, whatever their reasons are is like respect, you know?
That's what's up.
If you're looking for a chocolate drop, I hope you catch your little your chocolate drop at Phreespace or whatever. You know, like it's all love. But
I do think there is a such thing as advertising to Black. You know what I mean? If you go to the page, there's red, green, and black, all these Black power fists everywhere. Like it's like you're gonna scare away some customers that way. You know, some they're like probably some Asian guy click on the website and be like, "This is not for me." They're like, you know, I really wanted to buy this product, but
this is a little too Black power for me.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I need to hang up a couple more Black Lives Matter signs before I can purchase from this place. You know, I don't know, but there is a such thing. Rock Deep. You go to their website, they'll have all kinds of different models. They have Black people too. But they'll have a white guy there, a white girl here and there, a couple pictures. But you can't even tell. I love it when they market it and you can't even tell it's a Black-owned business. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the best route to go with it, in my mind.
Yeah, appealing to a general audience, like, be inclusive.
That's
period,
true.
You know?
That's true.
For
sure. At the same time, when I see a business that's not Black-owned trying to market to us, I hate it.
I hate it.
It ticks me off, man.
I saw this commercial for, like, I don't know what the commercial was the other day. I was like watching TV with my mom. Like we were watching like a Medea movie or something. And like this commercial came on and it was for like a job finder site or something. Like kind of like Indeed, but not Indeed. And like there's this like white guy on his like motorcycle, like, yeah, if I want to patronize Black businesses, I was like
I was on a commercial?
Yeah. He was like, we should buy, or he was like, yeah, we should buy Black. I was like, if you don't get on your fucking Harley and just drive off into the sunset, my dude, like, shut up.
Oh man, I've seen. You know, I get mad. I'll be listening to the radio, right? And 95.5, 93.9, but I get mad because like whenever McDonald's commercial come on, they get the Black lady. Yeah. Like, yo, man, eat these chicken nuggets. Some damn good chicken. That's what I'm talking about. Make them say,
why you digging in the bag?
Right. And I'm like, God dang it. Like, you're not even, McDonald's ain't even Black.
I know.
McDonald's don't care about Black people like that. They don't. It just, it makes me mad. Because it's
my favorite is Popeyes.
Oh, Popeyes?
Yeah, oh. They have that, like, sister, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all are white-owned. She's like, baby, my biscuits and chicken. I'm like, shut up, I hate you.
Man. It feeds into the stereotype, though. And like, I don't know. There are many different stereotypes for us Blacks, but the ones that is always on the screen, always on the radio, is that, you know, that Southern, like when it comes to food, I notice they always try to go with that nice auntie that cooks dinner and all that stuff. Always like, you want some biscuits, baby? Like, you know,
for sure.
But
Aunt Jemima to the max,
right?
It's like, come on,
Aunt Jemima, they changed up their whole thing.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah. I'm glad they did. I mean, I guess it's cool, but at the same time, I wish that we didn't make it that big of a deal.
I know, like, why do we have to go hard for Aunt Jemima?
Right.
Like, for real.
Exactly. Yay. No Black lady on syrup. Like,
still buying it.
What's the point? We're still going to buy it. I mean, I do like Master P, because Master P, he's a great entrepreneur. He is, like, he's doing great things for Black business and whatnot. So is Killer Mike. Have you seen Greenwood?
No, I haven't. But I know he's does something with this bank, or like One United or something like that. Or...
Yeah, he's supposed to come out soon, this summer, I think. But he's doing a debit card. So what happens is you use it, and then every single time you have like whatever's left over, they round it up to the next dollar. They take that as a donation, put it in an account, and they're gonna take money from that account, and then use it for donations to like the Black colleges, and things like that. So I respect that a lot. Keep that up. I love it. Good work.
That's cool.
And I love to see more things like that. They're already at over 100,000 people signed up for that.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It makes
right.
feel a smile on his face. He's like, yes,
Like,
we can come together.
Black stuff.
We could do something.
Blessings.
But I think us as a community, I think we get hung up too much on symbology of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the symbolism. You change the symbology, congratulations. But what does it really change?
Yeah, really.
What big problems in the Black community have we fixed, you know? So, I mean, like, what do you think is a big issue within the Black community that we...
I feel like this competitive perception around, like, viewing persons in your field as competition. Like, the inability for us to help the next and
the
provide,
next brother
like,
and sister.
Yeah, provide influence and resources without viewing that person as competition.
Yeah.
And being discouraged from helping another for fear of them surpassing you or something like that. I think that's a big problem.
It's ironic because yeah, we'll be hesitant to help out another Black person, but at the same time, sometimes if it's someone of a different race, we'll break our backs. That's something I didn't understand growing up until I had that problem between my brother and I. My mom, it used to tear her up inside. Like, she teared up and everything. She cried because she didn't like the idea that for our friends, we do anything just to be cool and hang out with them. But when it was between my brother and I, we wouldn't do nothing. Like, we wouldn't be there for each other like we should be.
Yeah, I can relate to that for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, at one time I got older, I was like 16, 17. I'm like, why am I working so hard to impress people who aren't going to be in my life forever? My brother's going to be my brother till I die.
Yeah.
I should be willing to do a lot more, do whatever it takes to help him out whenever he needs help. So that's kind of a thing that's more on a bigger community scale between us. A brother be like, hey, I want investors. I want to get this off the ground. I want to make this happen. Can you help me out? Will you invest? And they'll be like, no, sorry. But let a white guy come up to you. Hey, I'm running this business, and I would appreciate it if I'm looking for investors. Well, shut up and take my... I got a soundbite just for that. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm a rookie. Damn it. This thing's new to me.
It'll come out in the end.
It'll come out in the end. Yeah, exactly. I should just edit. No, I put it on here. I got to use it. Oh, damn it. I messed up.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, that's right.
Who is that? Fry.
Futurama.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like when it comes to a white guy coming up to you, like, hey, yeah, I'm running this business.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yep.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, it is. And like, at the beginning of my business ventures, I just learned to like move in silence for sure, because I would like share business ventures with persons who were close to me.
Yeah.
And not for fear of them like taking my idea, because really a lot of people just ain't about shit and they ain't doing nothing. So they're just like, oh. But I would just feel this like suppressed like fear around taking chance on oneself, which I chalk it up to slave mentality.
Yeah.
But I'll just be like, yeah, like I remember telling like my mother, and I tell this story all the time and she hates it, but like, it is what it is. Sorry. And but yeah, like when I was starting my food truck, I mean, any business venture, I've started like 6 businesses over my lifetime so far. And this is just a readily available example, but like starting my food truck, I had like I don't have any debts. Like I'm debt free. Like I started this truck. I don't know anybody, anything. And so I had like the capital to start it. And I was just sharing with, like, I've wanted to own a restaurant since I was a kid. Like I would grow up saying like, yeah, my parents would be like, yeah, what do you want to do when you grow up? I was like, first of all, everything. I want to be a rock star. I want to own a restaurant. I want to own businesses. And they would like tell me like, oh, like, well, we'll pay for you to go to college. I'm like, I want to be a rock star. I want to own a restaurant. I want to have businesses. And they're like,
it's like, where did anywhere in there did it say anything about college? Like,
yeah. So of course, like I spent my money and like went to college and was just like, this is not for me, and wasted that money, my own money.
Right.
And but yeah, so just like that safety net of like working for another.
It sucks.
Getting your check like handed to you through your efforts, and having someone place value on your time and your energy and stuff. And yeah, I did it for 10 years. Like I get it. Like there's security there that is not available as a full-time entrepreneur.
Right.
But I was sharing that idea with persons, and like would just hear all kinds of like fear-based perspective around like they'd be like, well, you could take that money and put a down payment on a house, like
right
and that would be so much safer, and like you don't know what's gonna happen with this business, like what do you know about owning a restaurant? Like
that's why entrepreneurship,
you know, like like, and just like so many examples of that. But like
I do feel like entrepreneurship is the key for us as blacks. Like we have the issue of the wealth gap.
Yeah,
you know,
and then conforming to the constructs that are not set into place by us. Like
no generational wealth.
We have no generational wealth. We keep selling grandma's house and shit. You know,
right? And entrepreneurship is the key to it, because to us closing that gap. Because all right, so.
Hey, we weren't even allowed to own property until like 100 years ago. Like,
that's
you know
what
I mean? Like they have 4 times as many centuries of generational wealth and resources. And
well, who becomes a millionaire off of working for someone else? Like, what's the percentage of people who make that can do that? You know, it's like if you work for someone else, all the money, all the work you put toward it, it can't be passed down to your kids.
Yeah, because first of all, we're gonna live within our means.
You can't pass the business
outside of our means.
If you don't own the business, you can't pass it down through your family. So that's one way that we can have if more of us as blacks got into entrepreneurship, built up businesses, that'll help close that gap. We can, when you die, and go see your family, versus working for someone else. When you die, your family gets nothing.
Guarantee them a job.
You can't guarantee exactly.
Yeah,
that's part of the reason. So that's a huge help for us if more of us got into it and we built it up from there. I would like to see a kind of an unwritten contract between us as the black community and our black-owned businesses. You know, whereas we promise that you're going to get the first. Like as a community, we promise that you're going to get the first look when we need something. When we need a new product or something, my watch is broke, the first thing I'm going to look at is for black-owned business watches. You know, nothing else. I'm not going to be going to get a Rolex, not going to get a Fossil, none of that. I'm going to look it up. And then in return, we want you to take 10% of your profit, put it aside to help out the community at some place, somewhere, some form. Yeah. And that way, I think that's sustainable. We can have, instead of us running as a community, running to the government for every single time there's an issue or a problem, we can run to our businesses.
To our community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, we're tired of this park. We got all these people out here selling drugs in our neighborhood, in our park. We want you to help clean it up. Take 10% of whatever you got saved up, make it nice, clean it up. We'll send money over to the police so that we can, because that's one way that things get done. A lot of people don't know. Other communities, they donate money to the police, to the fund, right? That way you have a say on what they do and when they do and how they do it.
Yeah, because they do so much for funding.
Exactly.
Like this person, we get so much, we're going to...
Yeah, let something go wrong. Like that's why nothing happens in some of these hoods is a lot of times they won't even show up. They just show up for the body. Yeah. You know, they're the cleanup crew. But if you as a community go up there and tell them, we're not happy with what's going on.
We're going to pull our money out.
Yeah, we're going to pull our money out. They'll be like, oh, well, we don't want to lose that. You know what? Let's and that's one way to have your voice heard. Because honestly, protesting and marching and rioting, that's nice. I guess not rioting. Rioting bad. Don't do that. But marching and protesting is nice. Makes you feel heard.
Yeah, it's good
But
for morale and charisma.
Right, but money talks so much louder.
Yeah.
Money gets things done. We've seen it in the stock market with this whole AMC, what's the other one that shot
GME,
up?
GameStop.
GameStop, that
Yeah.
shot up. They're already, like, not even a week or two, they're already inside talking about bills and laws to pass in order to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
You know? Because their money was lost. They don't play about that.
Yeah.
So if we were able to get our money into those areas, and we have a much louder say, and we don't have to step a foot. We don't have to amass a bunch of people. Just be like, hey, we don't like this. Change it. We're pulling our money out. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Money talks. This is a capitalistic society. Like,
it is.
Money above all.
Yeah.
Above health. Above
you
equality.
You know how much more stronger you seem as a group when you don't have to march and protest, but you can get things done? You know?
Because of the capital that it backs you up.
Yeah, but it makes you look. It kind of makes you look kind of weak when you have to do that in order to feel like you're heard, in order to march and protest. That's just my take on it. I mean, that's my rant.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I get it. Like, get out there and march and, like, have your voice heard. Do what you feel is necessary to have your voice heard. But nothing talks more than money.
Yeah, it's when you do that, it's like you want to be heard. You want everything to be said, but at the same time, you don't have the means to make a change happen. So that's why you're going and trying to get other people's attention, because you're hoping one of them will have the control to make it happen. Nah, that's not my style. It's not.
We need to stop.
What? Oh, exactly.
Like, having our hand out, like, they're not gonna come save us. Like, why are people so, like, I get the stimulus checks and everything, but, like, I don't have anything to say about a stimulus check, because you don't have a real say. Like,
you could be like, this not enough, we need more. And they'll be like, shut up and take
my money.
Just shut up and take it. Like, it was like, if you want more, like, no, sorry.
Like, we're making $700 a day. Well, how come you can't? They don't care. There's people homeless. There's still kids locked up at the border right now. Like, nobody care.
No.
Yeah. They don't care.
You got you go on the news. I hate the media. I ain't gonna lie. I hate the news and all that, because first off, they're not putting out all of the facts. Not even, some of it's made up. Some of it's just that I saw that with the whole, like we said, AMC GameStop thing. That they're there to help out the people that can afford them. That's all it is. They put out false what was it, like, pricings on some of the stocks and all that, trying to make it seem like it was lower than it should, to make people sell so that they can make the hedge funds could make their money back. Like, no.
Yeah.
You can't trust it. I wish there was more laws on the media as far as their information and how accurate they have to be. But at the same time, I don't like the idea of the government having its hands in too many things, especially internal in America.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business, first of all. So, like, I mean, if officials say, like, yeah, we'll give you $20,000 to not say this or to say this.
Yeah.
But really, it's to not say this, Like, they're going to take it. They're a for-profit organization. Like,
everything's for a profit.
Everything's for profit. Like, information is subjective to compensation.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I can't even, they're like, I hear people all the time, they're like, oh, that's why you have to watch all the news outlets. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, Fox is not as right-wing as you think compared to MSNBC or whatever, who's more left-wing. Like, they're two sides of the same coin. Like,
Mikey G.
What was I saying?
I think Trump was the most entertaining president.
Oh, heck yeah.
For sure. He knows what he's doing.
He got everybody back into politics. You know what I mean? Did you really not think it was going to cross back over into it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's like his whole thing was like reality TV.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it was very entertaining.
It was
4
very
years.
entertaining. Like
But-
anytime I saw him on TV, I was like, dang, is he chucking paper towels at Puerto Ricans right now? This is fucking entertaining. I'm infuriated. And I can't look away.
Oh man. Oh, what were we talking about? What was I saying? Oh yeah, China and the whole it's a conspiracy thing, right?
Yeah, it's a
So-
conspiracy,
Yeah. But did you hear anything about maybe China released it in order to make it so that to increase the demand of medicine, in order to maybe force Trump to take down the embargoes and all that he put on China? No one ever came out with that perspective. I was like, it makes sense to me. It worked. But I like how he handled that though. He said, no, I'm still not going to China. I'm going to get all these other businesses right here in America to make the stuff we
Make
need
the vaccine
in your face.
Yeah, and I bought stocks in all of them. So.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
What's
I bought Moderna.
Yeah.
I bought Pfizer. And Johnson & Johnson is making a vaccine now too, even though they've been sued countless times for putting like carcinogens in their products.
Right.
But I'll buy into the market.
Yeah.
Because it's just
like
fuckery.
I looked into
They're gonna make money off of us, so I'm gonna
yeah,
make a
definitely.
little check too.
You got it's all about opportunity, man. So I invested in OCGN, which I can't remember the name of it, but they merged with another company that's working on a virus. And I'm not virus. I'm sorry, vaccine. Virus. It's like
Synonymous
coming out
with,
with the new COVID 0.20. Like nah.
For real. I mean, they're synonymous, right?
Yeah.
Virus, vaccine, they're the same thing. Tomato.
But yeah. So like it did pretty well. But here's one thing I learned about this whole thing with AMC. Why can't we do that with our black-owned stocks? You know? These people, they were pissed off. They said, we're going to take all our money, put it together. They actually protested they put their money where their mouth is. And you saw how big of a change up they did.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't see, why don't we do that with black-owned stocks? You know, stocks with black-owned business. Why don't we do that? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just like we're buying into this like corporate perspective on like we're still just there with our hands out. Like we need this corporate established perspective on business. Like we're still conforming our business practices to meet the societal constructs that they put into place for us. Like we're still like trying to walk like them and talk like them and do business like them and appeal, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so much of that conformity that is still practiced in our community.
I think I think it falls back to one of the stigmas of black-owned businesses is that, you know, it's not like considered a real business. You know, a lot of people just don't feel that black-owned businesses are stable or legitimate. You know, and that bugs me because I've come across so many that actually really are legit. Like
for sure, yeah,
no
same.
difference. You know, like these pants I got, these 316 black owned.
Nice,
These things are just as good as any Under Armour or like, you know, athlete wear. But if you saw it in the store, you'd be like, oh, I don't know that brand. I haven't seen any commercials on this.
For sure,
No.
We need to see that uniformed look.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and then it can be black owned.
Exactly.
After it's uniformed and conformed. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I get it. Like, that is just the programming that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
And it can be black owned secondary to what it's, you know, being depicted as or whatever their product is or whatever they're offering.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like we're circling back to a more communal and black owned preference.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
I do see that growing. Like me, my whole life growing up, I never really cared about black owned stuff. You know what I mean? I wasn't even the type of dude that was really big on fads. You know, the gotta have the nicest clothes, the newest shoes and all that.
Yeah.
I wasn't big on that. But now that I'm grown up and I understand the idea of a community, what it takes, what it needs, and it helps me to understand that we need to really start focusing on us because that's what other races here in America do.
Yeah.
We don't even think about it. We don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have the biggest spending dollar here in America, but yet, what's the show for it?
Yeah, we have the least circulation of that dollar, and the dollar doesn't stay in our community as long as it does other ethnic groups.
Yeah, all the problems that we talk about, it's not equal inside. There's no equality in the school system. Our kids aren't getting that good
our
of
kids
education.
to white schools, and
Okay, you say that with a
like,
with a Louis Vuitton purse on,
Yeah.
you know,
sure.
you know, like maybe if you supported this black-owned business, it could have grew, could have invested more into the local school systems. Now you have to worry about your kids' books because they donated money to the schools, or they bought the books and then donated it to the schools. You know, so that's one thing I'm thinking about. I would love to see us grow and become better, and we will. I think we will, because like you said, this newer generation, they're smartening up. A lot of us are waking up.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. I see it. I'm here for it. Like we're here right now.
Exactly.
Bringing awareness to it and making sure our actions reflect our expectations and the reality and environment that we are wanting to see.
Yeah. So, what do you think? There's all kinds of black-owned businesses out there, right?
Yeah.
And some of them, they're all about the community, wanting to fix things and all that stuff. There's some that don't, like you said, like that don't represent us very well. Like you mentioned with Magnolias on King Street. Are there particular black-owned businesses that you feel we should support more than others?
Like name dropping or like style of business there?
Well, yeah, in a positive way, name drop for the positive way. For the ones that you know that are really out there for the community.
Yeah. I feel like there are a number of businesses that are making a difference in the community. Like you can see and feel their presence and know that it is organic. I would say like before doing business with any business, like attune yourself to your instincts and like look at the practice of this business and
right.
Do you agree with their politics? Like, do you agree with their message? And then look at their product, you know?
There is different things. Yeah,
because some people are so driven by their dollar, like it doesn't matter what they're offering, what the quality of their product is.
That's true.
They want the money, and that's green. And that's all that matters to them, for sure. Like, there's some businesses I would love to support their brand, but they don't care about the quality of their products. I'm like, oh man, like
or even their service.
Or their service,
I've been bouncing back and forth about putting out like kind of like a call out video.
Yeah.
Where I just call out the ones that gave me terrible service.
Yeah. You should.
I do, but I just like I don't want to feel like I kind of feel like I want to support. But at the same time, it's those bad businesses, those poor services that continue the stereotype of bad black business. You know.
Yeah.
And we should call those out so that other people can avoid them.
Yeah.
And then it will help fix that stigma of like, no, I mean, to be fair, you've seen how much stuff I bought. I've probably been buying from, I don't know, probably 20 different businesses.
That's patronizing.
Yeah, patronizing?
Yeah.
I've heard patronize is a word is like don't patronize me. Like, you know, it's like,
it has I think some different like connotations.
Yeah, all right.
Because a patron is someone who like contributes to like if you buy a concert ticket, like you're a patron.
Yeah, you're right. But so it's like 20 businesses I probably bought from by now, but only 2 poor service from. I'm not gonna say their names now. I'm gonna save that for the video.
Save it for the video.
For the video. But and there was a third one on there, but they just sent me my package. It took probably 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I was a little upset, but at the same time, like I took them off the list because they gave me what I asked for. So
yeah, but come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I did business with a young lady recently, who was gonna vend. She had booked and confirmed to vend with us at Phreespace, a business owner. And the day before the show, she calls me and is like, I have to cancel, blah, blah, blah. I'm going like out of state. I was like, okay. And she's like, I'll recommend someone else to you to take my spot. I was like, I don't want someone you're recommending to me. If you're canceling a day before, like, you've been booked for this for over a month. Like, this is a spur of the moment thing. Like, she's like, oh, you can keep my contribution. I'm like, it's not refundable. It says in the contract it's not. Like, you had 5 days before the event day to claim your refund.
Right.
This is an event. Like, it's not a purchase. Like, we're putting on an event. Like, there's a booth now that will have no business there. Wasting space. And like, it's different if you have a medical emergency or a family emergency, but you're gonna take a trip, you know?
Yeah.
So you don't value our business. Long story short, doesn't come to the event. I am blessed to have a network of entrepreneurs around me. So I was just like, I'm gonna call this person who I do business with regularly and see if they want to fill this spot. Fast forward a month later, I'm on the next event because I do one event per month, and we're on the next month. And now this business owner, she has an event that she's doing in Atlanta, you know, where she moved to, I guess.
Right.
And so for every event, I do a group chat on Instagram for all the vendors who are booked for that show.
Okay.
So all the vendors can be acquainted with each other before the event day, because event day, like, you're you know, talking with customers and presenting your business. You don't really have time to network with the other businesses. Like, if you've ever been to an expo, like, you're interacting with your potential clients and customers. You don't have time to go and schmooze with the other businesses who are, you know, doing the same thing you're doing. So that's our time to like check out everyone's platform and stuff. So Shorty goes into the previous group chat and starts promoting all her shit in the group chat.
Oh no!
Like, I was like, what are you doing?
Like, I don't know.
What? Like, you canceled on us and are now going to use my platform that you canceled on to promote your business?
Dude, that right there is an example of another stigma. Lack of respect.
Lack of respect.
Lack of respect for our own businesses. Yeah. Because I guarantee you, I bet you if she was set up with some, I don't know, some other platform to do a show on, she wouldn't be like, oh, I feel like going to Atlanta, or like I feel like shopping in New York. I'm canceling. Like, no. Wouldn't have done that if it was any other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she would. I don't know, but I don't want to do work with anyone. So I didn't even respond. I just like removed her and her material from the group chat immediately, because I want that platform available for other businesses who maybe they're like, yo, I didn't have a chance to talk to so-and-so at the event or before the event, but I saw them and their energy was great, whatever. So I do leave the chats open for that like group of entrepreneurs to have like as an extension and as a resource. That's what's up. And I think she saw that and was like, I'm like, we can't do anything for you in the DMV. Like, you're in Atlanta now. You know, like, what do you want? Why are you even marketing your stuff in this group chat? Just post it on your page, you know?
I hear you on that. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Shorty, you playing games, bruh. You playing games.
But all right, we're gonna wrap it up right there. You go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you, your Phreespace, your vegan food truck, and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all, I'm Kent Black. That you can follow me on Instagram. My primary personal page like funnels into all of my other businesses. So I'm on Instagram at the Kent Black, all one word. Phreespace is on Instagram as well at PHREESPACE, Phreespace. I spell it that way because like I had before mentioned, like Phreespace is a spiritual space, and like we set intentions to give recognition and balance to each other. Like everything that exists in life has like a natural pH, you know, everything that exists and is living has a pH. Like those blood oranges we ate earlier, they had their pH balance resting is, you know,
right. Okay.
6 point whatever, like homeostasis for humans is like 7.0, you know?
Okay.
So at Phreespace, we give and set intentions to the balance of life. So that's us at Phreespace. And yeah, VAF Food Co. We're on Instagram as well. You can check us out on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube, like really, like videos of music, Phreespace, interviewing artists. I do a lot of video journalism, music journalism, and stuff like that. So it's all there. Check me out. It's love.
All
for
right.
sure.
All right. Well, all right. So
Give thanks. Yes.
awesome. Well, we're gonna have before I go, I'm gonna tell y'all the bow challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's too close to tell people to go ahead and buy your Valentine's Day. So go if you got a gift that was from a Black-owned business, go ahead, tag bow challenge on it, and I'll take a look, and I might give you a little bow in the comments. Just a little quick little bow on there. So go ahead and do that. That's your bow challenge. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, go and tag the bow challenge, y'all.
Bow challenge, hashtag
and the
bow
business that you
challenge.
patronized for sure. Like,
Yeah.
show them some love.
Yeah, I hope everyone bought something from. Is this going to be out? No, it's this one Sunday. It's not going to be out by then.
Yeah,
I bought my girl some lingerie.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, from a Black-owned company. Love Vera.
What they call?
Love Vera.
Love Vera.
Yeah.
Okay, where they located?
I think they're Susie Black's in New York. I think Love Vera's in New York too.
What color is it?
Oh. Why you need to know that? You ain't know where. That's for me and my lady.
Spicy. That means it's black, y'all. That means it's
Yeah. All right, so we out. Oh yeah. What else is there? What's my usual? Oh yeah. So with all that said, have a good one.